Let's talk about the RA 9514. Safety Practitioner shall not conduct on a fire safety inspection as a prerequisite to the grant of permits or licenses by LGUs and agencies. FALAR Fire and Light Safety Assessment Reports. Owner will submit FSCR, then will issued by BFP of FSEC for building permits. Owner will submit FSMR for business permits. Owner will submit FSCCR, then will issued by BFP of FSEC for occupancy permits. All business establishments employing at least 50 persons shall establish an organization of fire brigade to deal with fire and other related emergencies. Abatement, an act that would remove or neutralize a fire hazard. Exit, portion of a means of egress that is separated from all other spaces of a building or structure by construction or equipment as required to provide a protected way of travel to exit discharge. Fire resistance rating for 3 stories or less, 1 hour. 2 hours. Fire resistance rating for 4 stories or more. 46 meters. Travel distance to an exit not protected by AFSS. 61 meters. Travel distance to an exit protected with AFSS. Any door in a means of egress shall leave not less than one half of the required width of an aisle, corridor, passageway, or landing unobstructed, and shall not protected more than 178 mm into the required width of an aisle, corridor, passageway, or landing when fully open. Fire trap, a building that is difficult to escape from in case of fire. FACP, fire alarm and control panel. Halon, type of suppression agent is no longer used. 30 meters, maximum travel distance from door of any room to exit for hotels with sprinkler. Projection of not more than 1/4 mm at a maximum height of 965 mm within the means of egress on each side shall be permitted. 760 mm. Minimum width of an aisle serving an occupant of below 60 for public assembly building. 915 mm. Minimum width of an aisle serving of an occupant of above 60 for a public assembly building on one side only. 1220 mm. Minimum width of an aisle serving an occupant of above 60 or public assembly building on two sides. 112 centimeters. Minimum width of corridors with a capacity of more than 50 persons. 91 centimeter. Minimum width of corridors with a capacity of not more than 50 persons. 4 hours. Fire resistance rating on the partition walls in row apartments. For single and two family dwellings, exit access from sleeping rooms to outside shall have a minimum wide of 90 centimeters. For single and two family dwellings, doors in the path of travel providing means of escape shall have a minimum clear width of 70 centimeters. 2.44 meters. Minimum width of an aisle for hospital or nursing homes. 1.83 meters. Minimum width of an aisle for residential custodial care institution. Threshold at doorways shall not exceed 13 mm in height. 1,120 mm. Total cumulative occupant load assigned to the stairs with less than 2,000 persons. 1,420 mm. Total cumulative occupant load assigned to the stairs with greater than 2,000 persons. 0.18 meters. maximum height of risers. 0.10 meters, minimum height of risers. 0.28 meters, minimum width of run exclusive of nosing. 5 millimeters, maximum width of nosing. 3.66 meters, maximum height between landings. 2 meters, minimum headroom clearance. 760 millimeters to 865 millimeters, maximum height of handrail at stairways. Handrails shall provide a clearance of at least 38 millimeters between handrail and wall to which it is fastened. 0.721 meters, minimum door openings in means of egress. 1.22 meters, maximum door leaf in width. 1.12 meters, minimum door openings in healthcare occupancy. Window opening shall have at least 10% of the floor area. Combustible liquid. Any liquid having a flash point at or above 37.8 degrees Celsius. Flammable liquid, or liquids having a flash point at or below 37.8 degrees Celsius. Means of egress from any balcony, mezzanine, story, or portion thereof shall not less than 2 exits. Number of exits with 500 to 1,000 occupant load, 3 exits. Business offices with 15-story, 20 meters by 15 meters building, what is the minimum number of exits? Answer: 2 exits. Blasting agent. Any material or mixture consisting of a fuel and oxidizer used to set off explosives. Cellulose nitrate. Reaction of nitric acid with a cellulose material. Cryogenic. Descriptive of any material which by nature or as a result of its reaction with other elements produces rapid drop in temperature of the immediate surroundings. Pyrophoric. Descriptive of any substance that ignites spontaneously when exposed to air. Corrosive liquid. Liquid which causes fire. Combustible fiber. Ignitable and free burning fiber. Curtain board. Vertical panel that divides and underside of a roof to direct heat and smoke upwards. Damper. Automatically closes to restrict the passage of smoke or fire. Ember. Hot piece or lump that remains after a material has partially burnt. Vestibule. Passage hall or antechamber between the outer doors and the interior parts of a house or building. The owner, administrator, or occupant of the declared item above shall abate the hazard within 15 days if the assessed value or amount to be spent in abating is not more than 100 or 100,000 pesos. The owner, administrator, or occupant of the declared item above shall abate the hazard within 30 days if the assessed value or amount of the spent in abating is more than 100,000 pesos. If the owner, administrator, or occupant fails to reimburse the government of the expenses incurred in the summary abatement within 90 days from the completion of such abatement, the building or structure shall be sold at a public auction. Any person who violates any provision of the Fire Code or any rules under this act shall be penalized not exceeding 50,000 pesos. In case of willful failure to correct the deficiency or abate the fire hazard as provided in the preceding subsection, the violator shall, upon conviction, be punished by imprisonment of not less than 6 months nor more than 6 years, or a fine not more than 100,000 pesos. Fine of whoever removes the sign that a building is a fire hazard. Fire trap shall be liable for imprisonment for 30 days or fine not exceeding 100,000 pesos. Any person who disobeys the lawful order of the fireground commander during a firefighting operation shall be penalized with imprisonment of 1 to 30 days and a fine of 5,000 pesos. The separation shall have at least 1 hour of fire resistance rating when the exit connects 3-story or less, regardless of whether the stories connected are above or below the story at which the exit discharge begins. Class A. Fire involving ordinary combustible materials such as wood, cloth, rubber, and plastics. Class B. Fires involving flammable liquids and gases. Class C. Fires involving energized electrical equipment. Class D. Fires involving combustible materials such as sodium, magnesium, potassium, and other similar materials. Class K. Fires in cooking appliances that involve combustible cooking media, vegetable or animal oils, and fats. Moderate hazard. Those which are liable to burn with moderate rapidity or to give off a considerable volume of smoke, but from which neither poisonous fumes nor explosions are to be expected in the event of fire. High hazard. Those which are liable to burn with extreme rapidity or from which poisonous gases or explosions are to be expected in the event of fire. The minimum headroom shall not be less than 2 meters nor any projection from the ceiling be less than 2 meters from the floor. Means of egress shall be so arranged that there are no dead-end pockets, hallways, corridors, passageways, or courts whose depth exceeds 6 meters. 915 millimeters. Minimum width of means of egress. Wet standpipes. All portions of the building must be within 6 meters of a nozzle. 22 meters. Length of a hose attached to a nozzle. 64 millimeters. Wet standpipe minimum diameter. 45 to 90 degrees. Spray nozzle shall be in the open type and shall have a solid conical spray patterns with discharge angles. First aid protection. Each floor shall be provided with a 38 mm lightweight flexible hose equipped with a spray nozzle and connected to the wet standpipe system capable of providing water supply for at least a period of 30 minutes. Wet standpipe systems shall be connected to an approved water supply that is capable of supplying the system demand for a minimum of 1 hour. Every bridge or balcony shall be at least as wide as the door leading to it and not less than 1.12 meters for new construction. Walls connected by a horizontal exit between buildings shall be of a non-combustible material having a 2-hour fire-resisting rating. They shall provide separation continuous to the ground. Slide escapes, where permitted as required exits, shall be rated at 1 exit unit per slide, with rated travel capacity of 60 persons per minute. The floors of means of egress shall be illuminated at all points, including angles and intersections of corridors and passageways, landing of stairs, and exit doors to values of not less than 0.7 lux. Emergency lighting facility shall be arranged to maintain the specified degree of illumination in the event of failure of the normal lighting for a period of at least 1.5 hours. A sign reading exit with an arrow indicating the direction shall be placed in every location where the direction of travel to reach the nearest exit is not immediately apparent. Class A interior finish. Flame spread 0 to 25 includes any material classified at 25 or less on the test scale described in a para 4 thereof. Any element thereof when so tested shall not continue to propagate fire. Class B interior finish. Flame spread 26 to 75 includes any material classified at more than 25 but not more than 75 on the test scale described in para 4 thereof. Class C, interior finish. Flame spread 76 to 200 includes any material classified at more than 75 but not more than 200 on the test scale described in para 4 thereof. Class D, interior finish. Flame spread 201 to 500 includes any material classified at more than 200 but not more than 500 on the test scale described in para 4 thereof. Class E, interior finish. Flame spread over 500 includes any material classified at over 500 on the test scale described in para 4 below. Fire extinguishers for different type of Class A hazards. 15 meters, maximum travel distance to extinguisher for a low hazard. 20 meters, maximum travel distance to extinguisher for moderate hazard. 10 meters, maximum travel distance to extinguisher for a high hazard. 100 square meters, maximum area per extinguisher for moderate hazard. 75 square meters, maximum area per extinguisher for high hazard. 200 square meters, low hazard.